Hey everybody, as you all know, I'm got a project going on trying to take a 59 Pontiac that I cut in half and put it back together and make it into a two-seater, and I'm looking for parts today. You know how that is, because I'm starting to get things a little bit together, and so I had to go looking, and what I'm looking for, well, when we get to the end of this little video, you'll know what I'm talking about. So I'm going through all the parts I got, and they're scattered all over the place, as you can imagine. And I'm always shifting stuff around, trying to make better room of things. Here's my driver. Got stuff everywhere. Pulled that arm out of another pump I had, and I'm getting ready to put it into a different pump because it didn't have the right arm. That arm you saw is going to be going on this older school fuel pump. I just thought it was cool, and it's been rebuilt. It's working. It just needs to change that arm out. These valve covers are going to get a nice paint job, and if they come out right, some points. This might be the prettiest thing on the car. The two dipsticks, they came out pretty good. It's in a record album. It's a really nice steering wheel I have. It's in I wouldn't call it mint, but it's really nice. And I'm not sure if I'm going to use it on it or not. I know you know that one. PMD. Yeah, for the Bonneville. Back glass for a two-door Bonnie. And there's a windshield. That'll fit pretty much any 5960 GM, I believe. As you all know, that's what I'm shooting for. A two-door Pontiac 59 Bonneville Catalina. Something like that. Some more parts I'm talking about. So I'm going through all this stuff, but you know how you start looking and then you figure I'll look later, and you keep looking and looking, and eventually you either give up and you go and buy the part, or you find it. Well, I found it, and I found it before I got to the last step, and I really didn't want to get to the last step. There is a distributor in this box. I don't know if you can see the points. The points go right in here, but there's one in there. If you look in here, here's another one. Horns. And believe it or not, buried in here. Yeah, this is one of my dilemmas. The fuse block, junction block that came out of the one I'm working on was completely, everything was rotted out. And it seems you can't buy these clips, or whatever you call them, the contact points, to replace this with. So I don't know what I'm going to do, but in this barrel is one complete harness out of that 59 Pontiac. But it was, it was rough, And on top of it, I took and cut all the back part of it so that I could used the wires from it to run taillights to the trailer. And then along with that inside here is about another half, like scraps from a third Pontiac harness. Whether or not I'll use it, I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Underneath this, you've got a 389 block with the crank and the cam still in it, and the bell housing, the water pump housing. Under there's another hydromatic transmission. Delete plate. All kinds of stuff. This is, I think, for a trunk antenna. I didn't use that mount that I was putting the glue in. I found a couple others that were better. Heater core. Little chrome parts. The part I was looking for was in the bottom of this box, and I had gone through here last week in a haphazard way. And then the second time around, that's where that part was, right in the bottom of there. If I looked closer the first time, I wouldn't have had to do this the second time. But it's okay, it's fun looking at this stuff. Now this one here, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see in here because of the lighting. But I was afraid I was going to have to yank all this stuff out of this trailer before, because I just don't like to spend money if I've got the thing. And so this is loaded up. There is actually in here 4 doors from the 4-door Catalina. Or actually it's from a 4-door Star Chief, I think. And there's 2 of these rear quarters in here, and there's the left and right front fenders are in here, and chrome, and the rods you use for putting in headliners. I got another steering wheel here, as you can see, and another steering column, springs, all kinds of stuff, everything you need. But what I was looking for was nothing other than this little piece, this bracket, you know, you use for the generator. And they got them on, there was one exactly like this on eBay, and they won like 100 for it. And then they got a company selling generic ones, which I think the generic one would fit, but I think I saved myself something like 20 bucks by digging a little. And that's the way it is today, and we got a few more days and it'll be 2023. Everybody, thanks for looking for parts with me. We'll see y'all later.